Okay, all right. Hello, guys. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Talk with Steven. There are already few people watching it. We will start our session exactly at 1 o'clock. We will invite our guest speaker at 1 o'clock as well. We have a very, very important topic during this current time of pandemic and everything, which is we're going to talk about mental and physical health when we are working on our um, health goals. This topic is very close to my heart because I'm one of the person who don't really know about mental health and everything. When I was growing up, it's not really in my dictionary. I don't know about it. And working on health goal means go to gym, build up your body, have some nice muscle six packs. That is the only thing that I know about health goals and everything, because the way that we brought up and everything. So today we think going to share with us the different perspective of working on our health and mental goals, mental health and everything. So before we start our session, I would like to thank our co-organizers for today's event. We have two co-organizers. One of the co-organizers are ET Ideas. ET Ideas is a social business incubator that focusing on developing entrepreneurs in the field that they are passionate about. Not only developing entrepreneurs, also look at how this entrepreneur as a person can give back to the society as well. In terms of money, they are spending their time with developing the young, sharing their experience, all these things. That's what we do in ETIDS. We have been doing this since 2008, and we have developed about 32 companies in various different fields all this while, like video production, IT, and Hui Ting's company is one of the company. One of our guest speaker is Ms Yap Huoy Tyng. Her company is one of the company in ETIDS as well, and she's one of the council member there as well. And thank you, ETIDS, for sponsoring this event. And we also have a co-organizer of this event, which is PMDK. PMDK is an NGO that works with the younger generation, support them in the way that they want, give them the resources, the guidance and everything, so that they also can become a nice individual. While they are growing up itself, they already have their career, they already settle up and everything, so that when they finish the SPM, they don't have to struggle about what to do and everything. Because after finishing SPM, I personally struggled a lot in my life. So that is what PMDK are doing. So thank you, PMDK and ET Ideas, for co-sponsoring this event. So we are at 1 o'clock. So let me quickly introduce our guest speaker. Today I have a slide which is coming up. Okay, so this is our guest speaker for today, Ms Yap Huoy Tyng. Yap Huoy Tyng is one of my close friends, and she's the founder of EHT Lifestyle. It's a company that focuses on health, and she also does a lot of training for corporates on how they can change their lifestyle, how they can be healthy and everything in the workplace itself. And she's also a certified fitness trainer, where she works with a lot of people on their health by understanding about their mind, the certain triggers that they have, what are the triggers that they have, and work around it, so that when you work on your health goals, you won't feel angry, you won't feel frustrated or anything. You will work happily towards your health goal. That's what Hui Ting does. And Hui Ting is specialized in fitness for special need kids. She has a certain passion that she found out, that she really loves working with the special need kids, and guiding them in their health goals and everything. And Hui Ting is also the council member of ET Ideas. ET Ideas has been run by a group of council members, and Hui Ting is one of the council member there, and she's also the vice president of PMDK. Our main two sponsors for this event is PMDK and ET Ideas, so she's representing both this platform and everything. But today she's going to talk with us about mental and physical health. So without any further ado, let's welcome Yap Huoy Tyng. Wait. Oh yes. Hello, Huoy Tyng.
Hello. Can see me.
Hello. Yes, can see you. Everybody can see you now.
Oops.
So there is
Okay.
people already saying hi, Steven. Hi, you think? Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining today. If you are watching and if you feel this topic is a very important topic and that people need to know about this, please do share this live stream with your friends that you know in your Facebook, in any groups that you want, so that they also can be benefited from it. Obviously, it's a free talk that's going to where we think going to share experience. So hello, we think. How are you?
A little bit nervous, but other than that, fine.
Okay, we can.
Yeah.
I think I forgot to mention two things when I was sharing about your intro. Hui Ting used to be a full-time employee that works in a manufacturing industry as an what is this technical manager. She's been working there for many years, and after some time, she stepped out of the system, and then she followed her passion, and now she's a very successful entrepreneur in the fitness industry. Beside that, Hui Ting is also Kedah State badminton player. Wow, Hui Ting. I never played with you badminton before, but I hope I don't want to play with
I
you.
think we did, Steven,
Oh, you
before
did, ah?
long, few years back before MCO. There's
Okay,
a
okay.
sports club activity, but
Ah,
probably not directly.
yes.
But I think together, different
Okay.
courts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, we think so. To start off this session, right? Physical and mental health. Why is it important and everything? First of all, maybe you can share a little bit about your story on how why did you move from a full time job, a job that gives you a nice salary and everything, to an entrepreneur. How this change come, and what are the mental and physical thing that you have gone through during this transition and everything.
Oh, it's a very long story, but I will cut this short, long story short. I've been working actually as an employee, full-time employee for very long time, almost like 10 years plus, if I'm not mistaken. So towards the end of the couple of years, when I got promoted as technical managers and the works gets to starts getting busy and stuff like that, right? So when this role changed and a lot of things changed in the company, and that time before that, I also taking like health wasn't my priority all this while. Although I'm a badminton state player, although I know how to say that taking health is should be the priority. But once I after the went to college and start working, right, when busy up with works and studies, so it never become my priority. So let alone the mental health, like what you say, I just heard about like, okay, mental health is important and stuff like that, but until it really happened to you, you don't really know what is that the
True,
mental
very
health
true.
really mean. You're very true, right? So what happened was when there's too many changes, and when the stress start piling up, right, and that time I didn't get to know about like SIEP, as in a sense that how to manage my own emotions, as in like how to respond to people, or to the event. Instead of most of the time I'm just venting out, just shouting at people, I just reacting most of the time because of the work stress piling up. And apart from that also, on that personal side also, it's happened at the same time that time. So I just not to say follow my passion. Why I quit my job is out of like I couldn't take it anymore that time. So I just thought what I can do, I just take a step back, do what I can first. Because what happened to me was when that time, there's a lot of things that, so I just like most do the things that most people will do. I will go for traveling. But then I ended up, I found out that after I came back from my holiday, I get more stress.
Why? Because you're back from your holiday, you need to start everything again.
Yeah, and then there's also work is also accumulate there. And also when I have the holiday that time when I was working full time, there is no for me, that's just sharing from my experience. There's no really like a holiday. I won't have the peace of mind of enjoying the holiday or enjoying my moment during the holiday, because there are times that will receive the email, and then there was something called urgent important, need to settle customer complaint and stuff like that. So I won't really have the like the me time of enjoying my holiday. So another, my mind is keep thinking about work during holiday. So it's like even more stress. It's like,
Hey.
back for holiday, then come back, and then like more stress ready. And then another way of how I cope with my stress last time was how is that I start eating. One of the way, my habit when I stress, I love to eat. That's my habit pattern. So over like I think I have no control of that for like few couple of years. I think I just and eat. Yes, I did gain certain of weight, and my body is very efficient. When I'm overweight, right, he will tell me, give me signal, this back pain. So at the same time lah. So when I saw the topic that when today we're going to discuss about physical and mental health, one thing that when we talk about, right, Steven, I told you that both physical and mental health is like very related. You can't separate both. It's
Yep.
correlated.
Correlated.
Like for me, the root cause is the stress, the amount of the stress that I have, that time. But it's just that I don't know how to respond better or how to handle the situations better that time. So I vented it out on like maybe most of the people will do lah. For me, I will just eat a lot, and then I start to have weight problem, and then I start to have other physical problem like the back pain, the shoulder stiffness, and stuff like that. So it's like it's very close connect with each other. So that's what. And until the day I couldn't really like tahan, I just quit my job that time. I tender my resignations, and then I serve my notice period. And after that, that's where I get to know, not to say get to know, me and Wasala was like work in the same company before. So, but she left and formed the Globe Total Consultancy. And the same year that I tender my resignation, we reconnect back, sort of reconnect back, as in like she sent me during my birthday. Birthday is a nice how to say that,
It's a
nice
nice day. Yeah.
friend that you like long time you didn't connect, or things like that, right? So I received a text from her, and then from there the how to say, the communication start. We start to chit chat with each other, and then we met each other, came out and met each other, have tea and stuff like that. Then he introduced me to how does the ET ideas, and then that's where, and also my mentor in Lango as well. That's where I started to learn about the I would say SIEP, as in a way how we can respond to people or situations better rather than reacting. So that's a little bit long story short of my story and how I become a personal trainer. Also a very funny story. Hopefully I don't talk a lot, Steven. You
No,
stop
no, no.
me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay. So how I become a personal trainer, also very comedy story happened here. I think I feel myself is comedy lah, but then I don't know. Because that time I was quite in a quite a bad shape. So I just I attend this program called Be at Your Best. It's a year-long program that helped me to see uh, the things that happen around me. Why is that happen? Help me to see that how our mind, conscious mind, subconscious mind is doing, what's happening, my habit pattern mostly. So it's like okay, and how my senses is so strong that affected my emotions, and that's why I couldn't respond most of the time. I'm reacting. I'm very grumpy, unhappy person that time. So when I first joined ET Idea, I remember I spent a couple of months, almost like 6 to 9 months, just working on myself first, on my happiness and health. At the same time, also slowly getting back to be active, because I used to be very active when I was playing badminton. It's just that when I left school and went to college and work, right? So it's just like I just leave it aside. So I start picking up back to be more active at the same time lah. Then I don't know. To tell you the truth, actually I don't know what I want to do at the time. So then I remember there's one sessions when I have a meeting with Lengo. So he asked me what you want to do. I say I really don't know, but I know I don't want to go back to the field that I worked before, which is chemistry or manufacturing company lah. I know that one for 100% sure. I don't want to go back.
You know, you don't want to go back there.
Yeah, I don't want to go back in the same industry. But I don't know what else I can do. But I know I'm good in like sports. So we say, oh, okay. he has a friend who owns like a fitness education center. They have different course. So why not you go there and take a look and see whether you have any interest in anything or not. So I went there. So and then I chat with the person there, and then I signed up. I don't know why ended up I myself pick up the course as a personal trainer development program. It's a short term course where I need to get myself certified as a personal trainer. Need to go went through the exam and get myself certified. And after that, every for this personal trainer, certified personal trainer, every two years I need to renew my certifications.
Oh,
So that's how I become personal trainer. But there's another things here also. I choose the course become personal trainer. So I thought like I also don't want to work with people, that
why?
so I think because I got terrified or like from my previous working experience, like people is so difficult to work with. So I was
Okay.
like, I don't want done enough. But that time I remember I told Lenko I want to have a workshop. I want to share with people the importance of the mental health. If you don't take care, it will happen like me. Things like that. Not only that affects on your emotions, your mental health, but it also reflects on your
Mm.
physical body, right? So I say I want to share that to people. I don't want to work individual. So then he listened to me. One thing he's very good, like he's very patient with me lah. So he said, but then you don't have experience. Then how are you going to share with people? What are the materials going to share with people? So I was like, true also. So let's start lah. But I pick the people, So I pick the people who are already in ET idea. So because we are working on the same kind of similar goal. We want to be happy, healthy, and working on certain amount of money, right? So I started off personal training with ET Idea people, so ET Idea associates actually. So then from there, I slowly developed the how to say the interest from there onwards. And how I know that is when I see the improvement that they have, right? Either during the for their movement or in terms of their food wise or nutrition wise, I got very how to say I feel very happy. So
Mm.
that's how I know slowly. Oh, okay, not bad. I can slowly work with people, and at the same time also I learn about how to respond to people, how not to react to people, and I'm still learning. That part I feel it helps me a lot working with people.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
It's
long
more
story
about you
short.
learning about yourself that helps you to work with the people when they are facing any problems in terms of their health or mental health and everything.
Yes.
Because I think working with people is very stressful. We have one person here agreeing with what you said. Exactly, working with people is so difficult. So yeah,
That's the perceptions I have. Actually,
yeah.
working if you know how to handle yourself much better, working with people actually is not that difficult. It's just that I'm not check master, and because I'm still learning, so it's still a long way to go lah. Actually.
Yep,
Mm.
yep. I think that is always obviously working with people is always a very long way to go because there are a lot of people and we also don't know everything about us ourselves and all these things. And most of the time, right, we think people want to work on their health goals, mental health or physical goals, because of a reactive decision that they make
Mm.
because maybe like somebody just said, "Oh, you look so fat," so they'll be like, "How can this person say like this?" And then they come and start to work out because of that, or they themselves see in the mirror, they'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm so fat. I cannot look like this. Last time I looked so good. Now I need to do like this." And they come and take a decision so reactively. Why I say this is that some people is me. I'm talking about myself. I make a lot of decisions like this very reactively that I will go and uh, subscribe for a gym membership and everything. At the point of time, I was still studying. I don't even have any idea of how did I afford a gym membership at that point of time. But I applied for it and I get it. Then I, going for gym, and then I stopped after that because malas after that and everything. Because we make a reactive decision. Why is that?
Uh, this one is for me also happened the same. Remember last time when I was like working full time, having
Mm-hmm.
this physical problem, right? So one of it is actually overweight issue that I have. So nobody telling me I'm fat, but it's just that I cannot stand myself. Look at the mirror. Oh shit, this is me. So it's very reactive, as in the sense how why is that why we are reactive, right? Actually, most of the time is I feel it's the environment, or since young how we brought up, how we are being brought up, and how the environment that surrounding ourselves looks like most of the time for me, when I was a person like who like to watch a lot of TV. So my habit pattern, right, but when TV, right, especially those drama, I like to watch Korean drama. So Korean drama, they all like go crazy one, no, especially when they say they want to go diet and all this thing, they go cow diet. And how where did I learn? Actually, I learned from the TV, the drama that I watch, for
Mm-hmm.
me. So what happened to me when I have that issue, I always want to find a shortcut to reduce my weight to look good at a short period of time back then. So when you have, and our thoughts is very powerful, right? When I say, okay, I want to lose it, but I don't want to go through the hardship. I want to do the exercise. I don't have time. So I'm also stressed
Shortcut.
already. Is there any shortcut and stuff like that? So when send out the powerful these thoughts already, right? And you attract lah. I will attract my friends who happen to work in the this MLM, and they sell this weight management product. So I took that. I spent quite a lot of money on that, to be honest, and caused a big hole in my credit card. So I did a shortcut. It happened to me, and it worked for me for a short period of time. But because I didn't really go to the root cause, what happened, what is my real root cause of causing me overweight, right? So I didn't really actually solve the problem. Temporarily, yes, it worked for me for a short period of time. Yep.
Mm.
Then most people are, I feel why we are very reactive is because our senses are very strong. We tend to listen to what people tell us. Oh, you should try this, you should do this, you should do this, or from social media, from internet, especially nowadays. So there are a lot of how to say informations out there available. So you just easily got influenced by that without actually thinking what you actually need, what your body actually need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what happened to me last time. I no thinking one. I'll say, okay, overweight already. Yeah, I just take the product lah. Since I have a financial that time is quite is okay. It's quite okay. So I don't mind spending the money. So I take the product, I take the shortcut, then makes you look good. So fine. So that's
But
what I.
when we didn't see the results after that, or even you see the results and everything, sometimes that's when you start to stress and all the stuff, and you don't see the results that will affect your mental health again, and you will go back to your own habit pattern that you were used to be last time. Right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because
So
most of the
it's
time, yeah. Go ahead,
mm,
Ritik.
no, you go ahead. No, okay. Most of the time, yes, it's because we are too strong in our senses that we don't really think what we really need.
Yep. We
Mm.
don't look at the root cause of the problem. We just very reactively make a decision, and we want a lot of shortcuts. I happen to be someone who was looking at the shortcut because I personally don't like workouts. I don't know why, and everything. So even if you ask me to go jogging, that's still categorized as workout in my dictionary. So I don't like it and everything. So I think there is one time when I really want to lose weight. I look at one person in somewhere, and he lose a lot of weight by how fasting. So I was like, that is great. I don't have to work out. So I followed him, and I followed like 23 hours of fasting. I only eat 1 hour, only lunchtime. After that, I won't eat at all. And in 3 weeks, I reduced like 7 kg, 8 kg
Mm.
so fast. I was like, damn, I'm reducing weight. But at the same point of time, I become so grumpy. I cannot do any. My full time job is marketing and sales. I cannot do any sales because whenever I go for a meeting, my thoughts, my mind, everything is always on the food. Because I'm a person who love foods, love burgers. So the moment I cannot eat all these things, I was like, oh my god, the person is eating
Yum,
burger. I'm sitting,
yum.
yeah, suck it and everything. The moment I start eating back, in another 1 week, 2 weeks, I gain more than what I lost.
Yeah.
So it was so terrible. We don't look at the root cause, why you actually want to lose weight, what are the things that you want. We just go ahead and do some fun only, which doesn't work and everything. We have some people said, um, what is this type of people around you being so judgmental, which will lead you to self stress.
So this is like how to say that again is about you care too much to a lot. The senses is so strong to taking in a lot on what people is telling you to do or what people is telling you that it demotivate you and then it become like so stressed out. So this one is like it didn't happen to me that time. It's just that I feel learn how to manage your expectations. Learn how to manage yourself in the sense of your emotions. You know how to handle things better because that's
Mm.
what happened to me.
Okay, okay. You think you have worked with a lot of people in their fitness, in their health and mental goals and everything, and share with us about one interesting clients that you found that they have been struggling with his health and mental health, and how did you work with them and everything.
How I meant okay. I work with special needs. Most of them are kids or teenagers. So how to say? Most of them are in that autistic spectrum or Down syndrome, and I start to work with them. I got the opportunity to start with one of the special needs first, and then slowly it roll on. Very interesting part is how to say when I work with the special needs populations, right? It got me to uh actually I learn about myself more talking about that. It helps me more like I don't know I can be such a person that is so patient. If you know waiting many years back, 5 6 years back and waiting 5 6 years now, I didn't know I can be such a patient person.
Okay.
Yeah. So most of the people that I work with, some are how to say it, some are verbal, some are non-verbal. So, but they are very sensitive. They can pick up your gestures, your this one very fast, and your vibes very fast. They are very sensitive, and some of them is like how to say when I work with them, I have actually I like to work with special needs more if you ask me.
Why?
Huh? They
Why?
are just very simple. They taught me simplicity and they are very truthful. I remember when I attended one of the autism workshop in Singapore, right? And the coach just shared with us, actually, they are no different from us, whether specialists or no special. The only difference is they are just very truthful to themselves and they show it to the public. Whereas for us, we like to keep things to ourselves, and then end up there's so many things in our mind that end up that cause the mental health. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's what, oh, okay. True. When I work with special needs, right, when they don't like anything or when they feel discomfort or what, right, they will just express to you straight away, but through different mechanism lah. Not
How?
some verbal one that they're not able to share with you how they feel, but they can express through different mechanisms like maybe some they are crying like baby, right? Last time when we don't know how to talk, so they will start like showing their cry. Then the mommy will go and check, hey, what do you need? Whether you're hungry or you're this one.
Mm.
So something like that. Just that we adult sometimes normal so-called normal people, normal people, it's like we like to keep things to ourselves, and then we don't talk to people, we don't share with people. I mean, appropriate people, as in a sense, and then it kind of build up. When all these things build up, that is the cause to a lot of problem eventually.
Oh, okay. I
Mm.
was a bit mind blown about it. We don't talk to people about
Oh,
all these things. That's what causes a lot of problems. Very simple, I think, a very simple wrap up for this session today. Um, that is one thing that I learned in the ideas with my mentor, to be truthful in terms of your thoughts, words, and action. I think that's what also you learn, right, Hui Ting,
yeah,
to be
yeah,
truthful in the Be Your Best program. Be truthful to yourself, mostly with yourself first, in your own thoughts, words, and action. That will actually solve a lot of problems. I remember my mentor also told something like, the truth will bring you a lot of troubles, but it will also set you free. So
yes,
be truthful to your own thoughts, words, and actions, to the people around you, and handle your emotions well by however means you can. Only one way that I know how to handle the emotions well, that mentioned by Hui Teng also just now, is by applying SIEP, which is a method that teach by our mentors to us on
it's
how
like,
to. Yeah.
yeah, like I have many people that approach me and say they want to lose weight and stuff like that, right? So okay lah, I will I will work with them. I just let me give you an example. There's this one interesting people. Uh, he said he want to lose weight, and I said okay, can. And for the first month, I remember for the first month, he's very rajin, very self-disciplined.
Mambo.
Everything follow, yeah, gampo, tak ya papaya, tak, very disciplined, follow everything that I suggest or that I said lah. So very disciplined in terms of his sessions as well, and in terms of food wise also, he jaga a bit lah. So then for after 1 month plus, then he disappeared for about like 2-3 weeks, go quiet. He used to send me the food pictures and stuff like that. Then I didn't see any food picture for 2-3 weeks. I did follow up and ask, right? Then he said busy with work. I will take lah. But then he end up also 3 week pass already. I said,
Mm.
this one cannot already. Must take her and take him and sit down and talk and see. So we find a time and we had a session. So that sessions for me to with him, right? Basically, it's just like we all just chit chat for like I think half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour to find out what is happening to him. Why
Mm.
he suddenly like lose track already or things like that. Although relapse is happen, relapse means you are working on your goals for a period of time already, but after a while you kind of like go off track. That is very happen, but very common. But most important, you can come back on track, right? So when that session, I remember, it's like we sit down and we chat, and I find out that actually he went through something in his office. So he just tendered his resignations. There's a lot of thing happening on, a lot of stress that he had, and how to say that's why he lose track and lose focus on his health
Mm.
goal. That's very common also when people start to get busy and stuff like that, right? Health is never their priority. They'll say, I will look at it later, I'll look at it later. But they forget that they only have one body. If they work so hard that they die already, then how to look at it later?
Yeah,
Oops,
it was
sorry.
never a priority for most of people, including myself.
Yeah, it used to be for
Yeah.
me too. Yeah. So we sat down and we talk and figured out at most that session in particular, it's just to I just listened to him lah and see. I didn't, not that I have every solution to his problem also. I just listen to him and say, okay, it's okay. I didn't get upset with him that hey, now you wasted the 1 month and 1.5 month really. How I didn't do that. That will make her feel make him feel bad and then add the stress.
Mm.
So I just said, oh, okay, that's just start again. You tender already, right? You still have how many weeks to go? Then when you move to the new office, then we start again. Then that's what I handled that during that situations. Then
Mm,
some of my sessions also, because talking about mental physical health, it's related, right? So some of my sessions sometimes, when I had the sessions with my client, right, you can see they are physically with me, but I can see their mind is not here one, they are like don't know where,
yeah,
very very
everywhere.
clear. Everywhere, yes, everywhere. They are not here with you. Physically, yes, they are here with you, but they are not here with you. Lah. I was like, oh, okay. So today maybe we just take a easy one. Maybe we do a little bit more stretching. Or there are times I remember there are a couple of sessions I just had a walk with my clients, some of my clients in the
Mm,
inside the park. Last time before the MCO, of course. Then along the way, as we walk, we just chat, and I found out that a lot of time they just need people to listen. They just need someone to listen. You don't need to provide them give them any suggestion or give any advice, because I figured out also I learned along the way, right? Actually, yeah, they know what to do one. They just want someone to listen. They have the solutions one.
mm,
They just want someone to listen to them.
yeah.
So that's the way that they say they find their own, they cope with their how they cope with their stress lah. So you need to find a way how you can cope with your stress. Physical problem, yes. If you have like a physical health problem like your bone break already, example, very obvious. So you know what's the treatment. You go hospital, then you see doctor, oh, bone break already, I give you the casting and all this thing, right?
Mm,
So it's like it's very obvious there are treatment, right? But a lot of time, right? Not just physical. Like me, I'm having overweight problem. Earlier, I also when I work full time, I have this how to say allergic. Suddenly, I have the skin rashes. Cannot cure. No, a lot of things like that, right? Is more than physical. You have to look deeper inside. Is actually causing the problem.
okay. Look at your inner self. What is the problem, and find the solution for it. All right. So thank you very much, Pritik, for sharing with us today. It was a very, very nice sharing. I really enjoyed and learned a lot as well about your journey of how you yourself come out from the working world and start to work on your mental and your physical health, and also on yourself. Develop yourself as a person, handle your emotions well, and everything, which lead you to which lead you to work with the other people in an even more nicer way. Somebody just agree with you. Yes, very true. Listening therapy. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. A lot of time, if we can just manage our emotions, be truthful in our life, in our own happiness, health, and wealth, in our own happiness, in our own thoughts, words, and action, and handle our emotions well, we can solve most of the problem. And but that's where people struggle the most, handling the emotions, reacting to certain stuff instead of responding to it, and then all the stuff. Even I spoke to somebody yesterday who has a similar problem in his workplace. He just react to certain things instead of responding to what is the situation, what is nature is teaching you, how you can figure out something, and all this stuff. So I think my mentor Valsala and the Be the Best program, ITS does is Be the Best program. Valsala is the main trainer of the Be the Best program. They are doing this program for all the adults who are 18 above on how they can work on their personal self, solve the problem that they are facing in terms of their own happiness, health, and wealth, their relationship, their family, their finances, and everything. Make them understand about themselves, their own emotions, make peace with you, make peace with who you are, and accept who you are, and then work on your passion, work on what you would like to do the most, and everything. That was be the best program in a very simple manner, but it's even more deep. If I start explaining, I will explain it in 1 hour to another 1 hour. But you guys can contact me if you want to know more about it. Just if you want to know more, want to listen to me, how is it and everything, can contact me. This is my number. And also, please do follow our guest speaker for today, Yap Huoy Tyng, on Facebook and also on Insta. So it's very, very nice talking to you, Huoy Tyng. Very nice sharing as well. I really
Thank you
enjoyed.
for having me,
Yeah.
Stephen.
Yes, very, very nice. We have a lot of sessions previously. For this month itself, this is our third segment. The first segment for this month was about employment world, how you can be a better employee during this lockdown. And second time was how you can handle your business. Now it's mental and physical health. Stay tuned for the next week's topics. Where I will see you on next Wednesday, 1 p.m. with the same topic, Stephen session with different speakers. So thank you guys. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you.
Bye.
Bye.